Ever wish you had like a crystal ball for your money? You know, one that shows you exactly how to reach those big financial goals.
Yeah, that would be pretty handy, wouldn't it?
Well, today we're going to get you pretty darn close. We're going to build your own personal financial roadmap.
A GPS for your money.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, we've been going through all the goals and the financial info you all sent in.
Lots of great stuff in there.
I got to say, I am so pumped for this journey with you all. It's like we're going to craft this financial plan that's unique.
Totally tailored.
Just like you, just like each of you.
And you know what's exciting is that financial planning.
Yeah.
It's not just for the super rich.
Right.
It's for everyone. It doesn't matter where you are in your financial journey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone can benefit from a good plan.
Love that.
Oh.
So, all right, first things first.
Yeah.
We got to figure out our starting point.
Right. Absolutely. You got to know where you're starting from.
That's like setting off on a road trip. Got to know where you're leaving from to map out that best route.
Exactly. So that's where this idea of net worth comes in.
Okay.
Think of it like you're taking inventory of your financial kingdom.
I like that.
All right. On one side, you've got your assets.
All right, assets. So that's all the good stuff.
Yeah, all the valuable things that you own. So it could be things like your savings, your investments,
Okay.
maybe your car, or even your house if you own one.
Okay, so those are like our shining jewels, the crown jewels. I like it.
Absolutely. Those are the things that are working for you.
Yeah. Okay, so then what about on the flip side, the things that might be holding us back a little bit?
Right. So those are going to be your liabilities,
Okay.
which are essentially any debts or financial obligations that you have.
I see. All right.
So, think loans, credit card balances.
Oh, right.
Maybe even those buy now, pay later
Oh,
purchases.
no, those are the worst. They sneak up on you.
They do. And to actually figure out your net worth,
Yeah.
you basically just subtract your liabilities from your assets.
Okay, I see.
It's a snapshot, basically, of where you stand financially at this moment.
Got it. Okay, so just like looking in the mirror,
Yeah.
taking a little look and seeing, where we are.
Exactly. Could be flattering, maybe needs a little work.
Yeah, a little bit of work, but,
Yeah.
that's the whole point, right? Okay, so speaking of improvement, let's talk about those goals that you all mentioned. I know a lot of you out there, you're dreaming of, that tropical vacation.
Yeah, who isn't?
Finally upgrading to that car with the sunroof.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course, maybe even retiring early to pursue, those passions.
Pottery, travel, whatever it might be.
Exactly. Big goals. Love it. But sometimes I think those things can feel a little overwhelming.
Oh, for sure.
Like, where do I even begin to make them a reality?
Yeah.
How do we get there?
Yeah, that's where the SMART approach comes in.
Okay.
It's not about, some magic overnight success kind of thing.
Right.
It's about having a plan, having a roadmap.
Okay, I like it.
So, SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
Oh, okay.
That's a mouthful.
It is. It is. But let's break it down. Let's take that vacation, for example.
Check.
Instead of just saying, I want to go to Bali,
Right.
a SMART goal would be something like, I want to save $5,000 for a 10-day trip to Bali in 2 years by setting aside, say, $200 for each paycheck.
Okay. So you're actually breaking it down, making it super specific.
Exactly.
And then you actually have something to work towards.
Yeah, it's like a plan.
Okay. So it's like a travel itinerary, but for my money. I like that.
That's a great way to put it.
And that applies to all the dreams, right?
Oh, that's short.
Short term, the long term, like retirement.
Anything. Yeah, anything at all. The beauty of the SMART framework is that you can tailor it.
Okay. I like that. So now we know where we are and we know where we want to go. What's next?
Well, now we need to figure out how to actually get there. We need a plan for how we're going to spend and save our money.
So you're talking about a budget. I got to be honest, that word kind of makes me cringe a little.
Yeah, I get it. It sounds so restrictive. Like I'm saying goodbye to all the fun things in life.
I hear you. Budgets get a bad rap, but think of it less like a straitjacket, more like a fitness plan.
A financial fitness plan. Okay.
Yeah, it's about making conscious choices about where your money's going so you can afford the things that really matter to you.
Yeah, and that includes those big goals we were just talking about, right?
Exactly. So how do we create this fitness plan?
Yeah, lay it on me. What works?
Well, there's a popular method called the 50-30-20 rule. Basically, you allocate 50% of your after-tax income to essential needs.
Okay, so things like housing, groceries, transportation.
Exactly. The stuff you absolutely need.
Got it.
Then 30% goes towards your wants, those things that bring you joy. dining out, hobbies, entertainment.
Ooh, fun stuff.
Exactly. And then that last 20% is dedicated to savings and paying down any debt you might have.
Okay, so it's all about balance, needs, wants, and then future planning.
Exactly. Finding that balance is key. Okay. I like that. And I've also heard of some cool apps that can help make budgeting even easier.
Yeah, for sure. There are tons of budgeting apps out there.
Yeah.
Some popular ones, Mint, YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget,
Yeah.
and Personal Capital. These apps can connect to your bank accounts, credit cards, and do a lot of the work for you.
So they're like a little financial coach right in your pocket.
Exactly.
Okay. That's awesome. But even with a budget, sometimes life throws curveballs. What about those unexpected expenses?
You're absolutely right. Life is full of surprises, and that's where having an emergency fund comes in.
Okay.
It's your safety net. It's there to cushion you when something unexpected happens.
All right. So if the car breaks down or, a medical bill pops up.
Exactly, or even a job loss.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. But how much should we aim to have in this emergency fund?
So the general recommendation is to have 3 to 6 months worth of essential living expenses saved up. But don't let that number scare you.
Right. Sounds like a lot. It can seem daunting, but remember, you don't have to get there overnight. Start small, even if it's just $20, $50 a month. The key is consistency.
Just like building those financial muscles. Got to start somewhere. Okay, so once we have that safety net, that emergency fund, then we can focus on tackling those bigger financial goals. Like, slaying the debt dragon.
That's a good way to put it. And speaking of debt, I noticed you mentioned wanting to pay off some credit card balances. It's a common challenge. But with the right approach, you can definitely conquer it.
Yeah, because sometimes it feels like I'm throwing money into this black hole.
I hear you. It can feel that way. So there are a couple of popular methods you can use. One is the snowball method.
Snowball.
Yeah, where you focus on paying off your smallest debts first, regardless of the interest rate.
Okay.
It can help you build momentum and stay motivated.
So it's like those small wins that give you that little boost
Exactly.
to get you going.
Now, the other method is the avalanche method. And with this one, you prioritize paying down the debt with the highest interest rate first.
Oh, so this is more like a strategic attack, like taking out the biggest threat.
Exactly.
Okay, so both are good options.
Yeah,
Just depends on, what works best for you.
exactly. The key is to choose a method that resonates with you and just stick with it. And once you've got that debt under control, then you can start really focusing on the future, like that dream of retiring early.
Oh, retirement. That feels so far away. Like, how do I even wrap my head around that when I'm still, focused on all the stuff we just talked about?
It can seem daunting, but it's all about time and consistency. The earlier you start investing, even if it's small amounts, the more time your money has to grow. It's like planting a tree. The sooner you plant it, the taller and stronger it will be when you need shade.
Okay, I get it. So plant those money trees early.
Exactly. Now, investing can seem intimidating with all the talk of stocks and bonds.
Yeah, it can be a little overwhelming.
But don't worry, it's not as complex as it seems. Think of it as building a balanced portfolio. You want a mix of different things.
Different types of investments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Like stocks, bonds, maybe even real estate. It's all about diversification.
So it's about finding the right recipe for your financial appetite and taking into account things like your risk tolerance and your long-term goals.
Exactly. And there are resources out there like financial advisors
Okay.
who can help you figure out the best mix for you. And speaking of resources, we can't forget about retirement accounts.
Oh, yeah. Like 401ks and IRAs.
Exactly.
Yeah, those are important.
Yeah, and remember what we said about free money from employers?
Ooh, yeah. Free money. I like the sound of that.
If your employer offers a 401k match, take advantage of it. It's essentially free money to boost your retirement savings.
Okay, noted. Don't leave that free money on the table. All right, so we've covered a lot. Budgeting, emergency funds, debt repayment. We've even dipped our toes into investing in retirement.
We've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, we have. It feels like we're building this solid foundation for financial well-being.
Absolutely. That's the goal.
But life's constantly changing, right? So what happens when my goals shift or, those unexpected events pop up?
You're right. Life is unpredictable. And that's why your financial plan has to be flexible.
Yep.
Think of it as a living document, something you review and adjust at least once a year.
So it's like we're updating our GPS, making sure we're still on the right track.
Exactly. Your goals might change, your income might change, your risk tolerance might even change. So your financial plan should reflect that. And don't forget to celebrate those milestones along the way. Acknowledge your progress.
Oh, yeah. That's important. Got to enjoy the journey. It's not just about the destination.
Exactly. It's about progress, not perfection.
Love that. All right, well, this has been an awesome deep dive.
It really has.
I feel like I've learned so much, and I'm sure everyone listening has too.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm finally equipped to, take control of my money, make those dreams a reality.
That's the power of financial literacy. It's about taking control and building the future you want.
Absolutely. So before we wrap things up, I have one final question for you and for everyone listening. What's one small step you can take today to start building that brighter financial future?
Yeah, think about it. It could be setting up a budget, automating a savings contribution.
Yeah, or even just doing a little research on investment options.
Any action, no matter how small, it's a step in the right direction.
That's a great point. All right, well, thank you all so much for diving deep with us today.
It's been a pleasure.
Remember, your financial journey is unique. It's your journey. So grab that wheel and chart that course toward a future filled with financial freedom. You got this.
You got this.
All right, that's it for today's deep dive. See you all next time.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.